Aloha, y'all. It is Saturday, Saturn's Day, named after Saturn, esoterically ruled by Saturn also. It is the 20th of September. The sun is in Virgo, the moon is in Virgo. They are going to be conjunct soon when that happens, like in a day or so. It's going to be a full moon, total solar eclipse. Wowie zowie. A lot of energy. It's eclipse season. If you don't know, figure it out. Holler for a reading. I could help you there, but a lot of astrology going on. Mercury and the sun are loosely conjunct, but they are both opposite Saturn and Neptune, which are retrograde. And the moon is opposite North Node. Jupiter is squaring Mars as well as squaring Chiron. Jupiter is trining Black Moon Lilith and the North Node. There's a trine between Pluto, Uranus, and the Sun and Mercury. Uranus is squaring the moon. Pluto is squaring Chiron and Mars. Mars is squaring Jupiter. There's a lot of heavy energy out there, as we can all probably feel. So the cards I pulled for the day, Saturn's Day, the Seven of Swords. The clarifying card is the Chariot card, Major Arcana, and then the wild card is coming from Dante's Inferno. It is a seduction in the shadows. So the Seven of Swords, if you're a sword, you're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's the mind, right? Seven of Swords on page 134. I want what others have. This is about desiring what others have, being dishonest and deceptive, challenging cultural values and ideals. Deception, betrayal, and cunning are at play. Ironically, often when we do something in secret, taking special care not to be discovered, a logic-defying energy plays with us. Two people speaking to one another when they're not normally doing so, sending an email to the wrong person, leaving a phone face up accidentally on a table. Apparently, random collisions like this defy all the odds and expose our deceptions. I just showed my girlfriend Spielberg's AI last night, and when David is going to cut the hair, his mom wakes up. Like, what are the odds? Which changes his trajectory quite dramatically if you've seen the film. The use of deviousness to gain an advantage or deceive always contains the seeds of its perpetrator's downfall. Most forms of private and public wrongdoing, acts of adultery, and other personal betrayals, financial fraud, government corruption, even murder and genocide, are fueled by lies. Ultimately, every lie we tell haunts our future and sours our past. There's no telling when or how it might collide with reality, requiring further maintenance and more lies. The truth never needs to be tended to. Right? Sun and Moon are in Virgo. Venus is in Virgo. Mercury and Mars are in Libra. Jupiter's in Cancer. We are coming to a place where we're like, I don't want to deceive myself or others. Hopefully we're feeling this more and more. We want to know the truth. And that's really tossing a lot of narratives and assumptions, at least bringing them up for evaluation, if not, straight up breaking the box here. In the Seven of Swords artwork, we see a figure making a dramatic escape. He carries two swords, which he has seized from the obscure floating tank, seemingly a repository guarded by strange disc-eye security. The image is a playful reference to the artists Damien Hirst and Jeff Koons. Both had a talent for reconfiguring things of little perceived value into rare objects. Are the swords artifacts, worthless, rusty metal, or fine art? This brings into question, what is value? Why do we value things? What makes something intrinsically valuable? Who decides? Is the value our culture places on things in itself a grand deception? There's not De Beers mines and diamonds have created a perceived shortage in, a cultural narrative that says diamonds are a girl's best friend, diamonds, everybody wants a diamond, and they're not, that rare even, but they've created a narrative and created a value set that people in a culture have submitted to. Bedouin people probably don't want diamond rings the same way as 50 Cent or whatever. So this is bringing into question, what is value? What makes something intrinsically valuable? Who decides? Is the value our culture places on things in itself a grand deception? It's the ubiquitous game of restricting supply so an item is perceived as rare, unique, and precious. Our prevalent communication delivery system, i.e. the media, drips with stories about the rich and famous, designed to make us drool over manufactured and empty lifestyles. If you watch, streamers or YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever, it's like it looks all great, but it's like they have problems too. They have human issues. Beneath the luxurious sensual comfort of privilege are the same challenges of love, approval, loss, abandonment. We all face these. We are bewitched to fill our own longing for wholeness, certainty, and completion with what we define as other. The Seven of Swords asks you to consider those parts of your life where there may be dishonesty and deception. And honestly, like, we're in a Russian doll, never-ending story of coming to an awareness of the shadow and what we're, how we're deceiving ourselves and how ultimately we're deceiving others, and dealing with that and moving from that place, like transmuting it essentially. It's asking you to see where you're being dishonest or deceptive. Perhaps you feel that you don't have the courage and energy to meet something head on, so instead you prefer to delay or avoid for a time, but this too can become ingrained, a pattern which keeps you trapped instead of bringing liberation. Ask yourself where you're not being honest with others and ultimately with yourself. There is an opportunity in this card to put things right and restore your integrity, wielding your sword to cut away your own lies and mistruths and challenging those in the relationships and culture around you. Sun and Moon in Virgo is like cutting a bonsai, trimming it, pruning it so it becomes more healthy and grows in a certain direction. We can change our trajectories. We have to have the eyes to see where we're, being little rats. But at the same time, this always reminds me of Indiana Jones saying it belongs to the museum. It's like the narrative of the Nazis was like, we are the best and we're going to steal everything. And he fought that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, Seven of Swords. How are we dealing with narratives and deception and things like that, right? Internally as well as externally. So the clarifying card is the Chariot card. It's a major arcana card. I've written music for all the major arcana. The song I wrote for this is called Forward Momentum. I'll post it in the comments. Check it out. It's funky. But the Chariot card, it's a Cancer card. See the glyph? Cancer. This is your main card. The Chariot, page 36. I am confident that with discipline I will succeed. Take charge of your own destiny. Seize the moment. Let that momentum carry you forward. Finish what you've set into motion. Don't hesitate. You can do this. So I think we're shattering illusions, right? We're challenging narratives, whether it's the media or internally. We're saying, is this exactly it? Even when Neo takes the red pill, it ain't over there, right? He's got many levels to the game to still play. Forward momentum. Constant movement. Don't stop, right? Don't stop till you get enough. Like, keep going. But also be asking, why do I value these things? What is the reason for my definition and belief around my mindset, swords, around the world? And how will that change the more I become aware of it? The sword of truth, he's maybe stealing the sword of truth. The sword of truth will pierce anything, all veils. So the final card we're getting is from the Dante's Inferno, Seduction in the Shadows. This is like Gigolo Joe from AI, which, like I said, I watched last night. I've seen that movie on mushrooms, which was pretty interesting back in the day. Not last night, though. So, Seduction in the Shadows. See that tall one who is coming? Number 22 on page 32. I just say these numbers, so if there's a numerological sync, it resonates or whatever. See that tall one who is coming, and for his pain seems not to shed a tear. Still, what a royal aspect he retains. That Jason is, who by his heart and cunning the Colchians of the ram made destitute. Canto 18. The journey in Malbolge, interesting word there, where seducers and panderers suffer. Virgil points one sinner out to Dante. Virgil, Virgo season, Sun and Moon in Virgo. Virgil, same etymological origins probs. Jason, the legendary hero who in his travels enticed many virtuous young women into his bed, like Gigolo Joe from AI. Divination, we must remember that the many beauties who succumbed to Jason's charms wanted desperately to believe that they were unlike all the others, the true object of his desire. Mommy, I want you to love me. David from AI, right? Some of the most dangerous people we will meet are those who are pleasing to the eye with honeyed words that flatter and entice us. The card speaks of the intoxicating power of charisma to compel us to serve the will of another. Consider whether your actions really benefit you or if you're working to achieve someone else's dream. Renegotiate aspects of your relationship so that they are more balanced and equitable, and be certain that when all is said and done, you're getting what you want out of the deal. So I think the idea is wake up from some illusions, see what the truth is, even if it hurts to see the shadows, keep moving because you can't stop, won't stop. Quantumly and otherwise, right? The river never ceases, and observe the shadows, like what is happening, light and dark, yin and yang. If you've enjoyed this, leave a tip. I appreciate the tips. I've been getting some big ones lately, so thank you. Holler for a reading, 5-star reviews. So 3 hours of astrology, $150, $50 for 1 hour of astrology, half off on your birthday for either or both of those. And if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on a card reading. It's tarot and oracle cards. It's like 10 cards, so it's fun stuffs. And yeah, check out the song I wrote. Check out the podcast. I'll post all those in the comments. 321 episodes, so we're jamming on cylinders for that. It's been a while, but pretty productive stuff. And yeah, try to enjoy your Saturn's day. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.